7 Ways to Deal with Depression During COVID. The COVID-19 pandemic came with a devastating respiratory illness. But then, in the wake of that illness, it also unleashed psychological challenges on a lot of people. Due to various lockdowns and uncertainty of the future, people began to suffer from COVID-related anxiety and depression. In this video, we present 7 ways of dealing with depression during COVID. It might seem like a weird thing to suffer from, but it's way more common than you might think. 7. Keep a healthy routine. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck, it upended life in a massive way. All of a sudden, the routines that most of us had employed for years were not available to us. Most of us felt unmoored. We couldn't even distinguish one day from the other and felt stuck. The future never seemed more uncertain, and this prompted feelings of anxiety and depression to set in. To combat these feelings of COVID depression, the best thing to do is to keep a healthy routine. It doesn't matter if you have work to do or not. Just come up with a regimen that makes you feel anchored to reality. By having a healthy routine, life can proceed in as normal a way as possible. 6. Use telemedicine. To combat feelings of COVID depression and anxiety, you can seek professional help. Unfortunately, given the fact that COVID places a strain on most hospitals and makes them risky places to visit, it might be difficult to get the help you need. Fortunately, with the existence of telemedicine, which is a way of seeking consultation from medical professionals online, you can get the help you need from the comfort of your home. There's no shame in seeking professional help for these things, even though whatever you're feeling might not be so complicated. The goal is to nip it in the bud before it has the chance to develop. And seeing as there's an easy way to do so within the pandemic, you should make the most of it. 5. Keep up with friends and family any way you can. Although physically visiting friends and family might not be advisable given the presence of the COVID-19 disease, you don't have to isolate yourself completely. Doing so will simply cause feelings of COVID depression and anxiety to aggravate. And so, keep up with them any way you can. The key here is to put in the effort. Occasional calls with your friends and family can get repetitive and boring real quick. And this might further aggravate pre-existing feelings of COVID depression and anxiety. And so, other than just talking, you could put in the effort to make the time you spend with these people more meaningful. With restrictions easing up, you could even take trips with them so as to enjoy their physical presence once more. 4. Identify triggers. You might think you are above being triggered, but the negative feelings you have, which have emerged from COVID-19 depression and anxiety, didn't come out of nowhere. You definitely have triggers. They just might be more subtle than you think. And so, a great thing to do would be to sit down with yourself and attempt to identify these triggers. Constantly ask yourself how certain things make you feel. It might seem like a lot of work, but it will be worth it in the end. After all, by identifying and avoiding these triggers, you will break the cycles that uphold the negative feelings you have. Triggers can include such things as noisy electronic notifications, bad news on TV, and prolonged periods of darkness. They can look like anything, really. 3. Take care of your body. Taking care of your mind is absolutely essential. However, you can do that best by taking care of your body as well. The benefits of physical exercise cannot be overstated. Other than keeping your body healthy, it also has a host of mental benefits, such as keeping you distracted and giving you a sense of accomplishment. Keeping your body healthy even places you at a lower risk of contracting the disease, and this might directly ease those feelings of COVID depression and anxiety. Whether by eating healthy or performing exercises, don't take this piece of advice for granted. And a great thing to do would be to keep up with these practices well after the feelings of COVID depression vanish. It's just a great way to live. 2. Focus on what you can control. Most feelings of COVID depression and anxiety are aggravated by feelings of helplessness. Even though we might be doing our best to prevent the spread of the disease, it might not seem like enough. Well, the secret here isn't to barge outside and place yourself on the front lines, even though you might not have the requisite skills. The secret is to shift perspective and focus on what you can control. You are responsible for yourself, so act that way. Focusing on yourself can mean different things and can range from picking up a new hobby or learning a new skill. It's all about putting your time to good use in healthy ways. Before you realize it, your mental health would have made an amazing recovery. 1. Stay informed. A great way to deal with depression during COVID is to stay informed. Sure, the virus may have hit from seemingly out of nowhere. However, advances are being made to combat the disease. We've already made so many huge strides so far. Multiple vaccines have been developed, all with excellent potencies. It must be said that there's a lot of misinformation out there concerning the virus. And so, a great thing to do would be to look for information only from credible sources, like the WHO and the CDC. Do not spread broadcast messages you receive if you do not know much about the source. And make sure you talk to your friends and family about these things and guide them towards the right conclusions. Coming to the end of this video, we hope you've learned some key ways of dealing with depression during the COVID-19 pandemic. Believe it or not, you're not alone, and a lot of other people share the same feelings you are having. To learn more, please check out other videos on this channel. We have a large catalog of videos that you can use to broaden your understanding of these concepts. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, have a good day. Catch you later.